You guys ever see those cringy manosphere guys on like TikTok and YouTube Shorts where they're basically like, I'm an alpha male. I deserve a high value woman. So one of these guys, and we're going to be reacting to a video by Too Lazy to Try. One of these guys had an absolute crash out. Now, if you don't know about these like manosphere guys, they're basically like, I guess traditionalists in a sense, but not really, because they want to sleep around a lot of the times. But basically, they're like, oh, in order to be a high value man, you need to find like a virgin and all this stuff. Like they're really cringy and insecure, and like, oh, if my woman dresses a certain way, like we can't have that. They're basically like, they're basically just insecure manlets. But there was this one guy, you guys might remember, he couldn't open a pickle jar when he was like talking about, oh, you need men to open up this and that for you, and then he couldn't open a pickle. And anyway, we're gonna be watching this video. It's pretty jokes. Okay, let's watch this guy crash the fuck out. Original video will be linked below as usual, and yeah, let's do it.
Be that guy, that person who just cannot control their internal emotions.
Your wife.
Yeah. Oh, another thing is you have to be stoic. You have to. You basically have to put a mask on, and find a woman that's that's going to fall in love with your mask, so you can only take off the mask and then get divorced and then complain about women.
Has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
And you
again, these are the types of people that want a Virgin Mary to get together with, and their woman has to be pure and can't be promiscuous and all these things. But then his wife has 3 kids from 3 different baby dads, which is fine if he wants to be a stepdad to their kids. But these are the same guys on this podcast that'll talk about how these chads are running through these women and they're having kids and expecting other men to take care of their kids, and that's like cuck behavior and this and that. Meanwhile, this guy is literally doing the thing he represents to not do.
Under
you lick sniz
under your religion.
And then he goes and then he goes and I don't know who this woman is. I don't know if she's like lesbian or bi or whatever, but he basically goes and insults her for her sexuality.
You lick sniz.
What is that?
You're a dyke. Don't talk shit about my wife, you stupid bitch. Shut your mouth.
Look at him. Look at him crashing out.
Mouth. We live
so stoic
in a carnal world full of warring tribes who are always killing each other, and that's part of the human condition. You can't afford to have your men losing control to emotion.
Yeah, man, be a man. We gotta go back and kill each other, man. Don't settle debates with logic and reasoning. Settle it with fists, bro.
So strong, you should open it.
Yeah, I gotta be able to grip it.
Oh, I can't grip the pickle jar, bro.
Okay, we'll grip it. Let's go.
Literally slippery.
Like, which is fine if it is actually slippery, like whatever. But like, this is a guy talking about being an alpha male, this and that, and he's like, I can't open this pickle jar, guys. Don't talk about my wife like that.
Can't grip the fucker. Like, I gotta have a way to.
Oh my god!
It.
Somebody donated $200 to this trash.
Jungle.
Andrew, I'm sorry. It's not.
My fingers slipped right off the lid.
Alright, so recently Andrew Wilson somehow had an even more embarrassing moment than that tragic pickle jar incident. The guy just keeps having meltdowns over the funniest shit, while at the same time preaching about how men need to control their emotions and stay composed under pressure. You know, we live in a world of warring tribes always trying to kill each other, and this man was defeated by a pickle jar. And you would think that...
I mean, I understand the sentiment that, like, the world is in a state of quote-unquote peace, but the peace is really fragile, and, you know, people should be ready to go to war and blah, blah, blah. Like, I get the sentiment behind that, but like, this is so cringe. Like, are you ready for war, buddy? Because you don't look like you're ready for war, buddy.
That fiasco would have been a wake-up call for him, and he'd learn to try to control his...
Is that Arizona green tea flavor masculine enough for you?
Temper a little bit, at least. But it seems like he's still just on the verge of having a complete breakdown. I mean, he flies off the handle so easily. All you have to do is mention his wife having kids with guys before him, and he loses. Which
is fine. Like, I don't want you guys to watch this video thinking that I'm saying it's not okay for someone to be a stepdad. I didn't have a father growing up, and I've had stepdads, quote unquote, in my life that were all inconsistent, and that sucks, right? If someone can come in and be a consistent parent for those kids, you know, and then there's also the whole idea of like, people might have kids and then their partner dies. What? So should that woman, is that woman now tainted because she had an ex-husband? Or maybe the husband was abusive, and then a lot of these types of guys will be like, oh, well, it's their fault. But which is not true, obviously. But the point isn't that it's bad to have a partner who's been with previous people and has had children or whatever. The point is that he's the type of guy that'll call women sluts and go on about how men need to be stoic and traditional and this and that, and then doesn't follow that. It's basically like the equivalent. It's sort of like the equivalent of like the really hardcore religious people that get divorced and cheat and then complain about gay people. It's the same kind of like, cringe.
Loses it. Like, you don't even need to say anything bad about it. All you have to do is just bring it up, and he panics. He's so sensitive. And it's hilarious that he's always talking about how men need to be stoic and ready for war.
Yeah.
But then he just crashes out over the dumbest shit. You know, the guy can barely handle being in the culture war, let alone an actual war. I mean, the guy now has PTSD from a pickle jar, and everyone knows how easy it is to get to him. Like, even if you just bring up him having stepkids, he starts to panic.
Yeah, and that's my point. Is like, it's not because he has stepkids, it's because he is literally like, I don't know that much about this Andrew Wilson guy. Like, I've seen clips of him and then these other like whatever people on TikTok. It's usually like super cringe. And they're basically like, we need to be strong and this and that, and you need to again have a high value woman, whatever that means. And then this is the person that thinks they need a high value anything. Like, stop.
Panic. On another episode, a lady mentioned this, and he acted so weird about it. Like, you could tell he's just so insecure about this stuff, because also he knows the audience he's cultivated think.
These types of men that need to be consistently like I need to be in charge and my woman needs to have no men before me. Like, it's the biggest insecurity that you could possibly have. About like, you don't really hear about women saying, oh, I need a man that's never been with other women before, because they're a lot less insecure. But this is like some insecure incel behavior, I swear to God. And before you guys start saying like, oh, well, was your wife railed before you went? Like, me and my wife been together since we were 16, right? Like, we were each other's first. But like, if that wasn't the case, who cares? Like, who cares? It's not a big deal.
Marrying a single mom and raising stepkids is simp behavior. You know,
like, they're the ones that say it's simp behavior.
They look down on that, which you'd think he does too, based on everything he preaches. But of course, since it's his situation, he needs to have a caveat for that.
I adore my kids. Like, I love them to death.
That's great. It's good that you're there for your stepkids, but stop being a hypocrite.
Wouldn't that take that away from me? Because now I would not even be sure if they were mine.
I mean, forgive me, they're not yours, are they?
No, they are mine.
Biologically?
Yeah. I have biological children, yes.
Does he? I thought they were stepkids.
So, I'm sorry.
You were misinformed, weren't you? By trolls. But anyway, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry.
Yes, I have stepchildren and biological children.
So
both.
do you feel that your stepchildren aren't your children?
No, I still love them and adore them.
So, I'm sorry, they're not your children, or they are?
They are, but there's still a different relationship.
Okay, so I mean,
it's a different relationship.
That's fair. Like there is a different dynamic between stepkids and regular kids. I'm not saying treat them worse or whatever, but the dynamic's different depending on like when the stepfather was introduced into the family. Like, if you have a stepkid that's like a year old, that's a very different dynamic than a stepkid who is like 16, right? Like, you're never going to have that same sort of bond just because like you came that much later in life. So there is a difference between a step-parent bond and like a biological parent bond solely on that aspect of it. Like, it's not even really about biology. It's more about like how early in their life you were introduced. Maybe like adoption, right? You might adopt a newborn. That relationship can be just as strong as a biological child. But if you come in as a stepdad at like 16 or like the kid's like 16 or something, then yeah, the bond's going to be different because you're not going to have that same level of like father-son or father-daughter relationship, just because like to the 16-year-old, you're going to look like, you know, the guy that's dating my parent.
Doing it yourself. I mean,
no, I'm not.
You are
I just told you there's
in the child rearing
will you stop?
Of children that aren't
This
yours.
is incorrect.
Like, biologically.
Yeah,
yours.
no, that's incorrect.
So
Why?
It's a bold move being in the manosphere red pill space while being in a relationship like his. And he's clearly cracking under the pressure. That's why he just loses it when somebody points it out. Like, he's horrible at staying composed and not letting his emotions get the best of him. Like, when his wife gets brought up in this clip, he has one of the worst reactions you could imagine.
Yeah, he flips.
That's obviously why this clip went so viral. You know, if he kept his cool, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But as soon as the girl he's debating mentions his wife's past, he just loses it and starts going off on her and insulting her, which she actually handles well. You know, she keeps her cool and just lets Andrew embarrass himself.
Yeah, from what I've seen from this clip, she ends up being the stoic one and acting more like how these guys preach you should act.
So this is such a bad look for him, and it obviously shows how insecure he is about it, which is funny because he's trying to prove the opposite, like that there's nothing wrong with what she did. You know, he's flipping out. He's like, what's wrong with her having kids with other men? It's like, I don't know, you tell me. You don't sound too happy about it if this is your reaction. If somebody brings it up and you're like, stop attacking me and stop talking shit, it sounds like you're not handling it very well. And then
it's also crazy too because like I can kind of understand when like 16, 17-year-olds get wrapped up into this like cringy manosphere stuff, but when I see guys in their like 30s, I don't know how old that guy is, he looks old, talking about like, oh, I need a virgin and this and that. It's like, bro, you're not 17 years old. Like, you do not have any sort of maturity. Like who the heck hasn't like done anything by the time they're in their 30s or 40s? Like, come on. Like, you think you're so special that people like it's like this mindset where you grew up so insecure that you need to like put that on somebody else and basically like be validated. Like, oh, I need to feel so special that someone waited. I mean, a lot of these manosphere guys that are in their 40s, they're like predators, like looking for friggin' 18, 19-year-olds. But anyway, you need to feel so special that a girl's gonna wait her whole life just for you. Because what? Like, what are you bringing to the table? Why haven't you found any meaningful relationships up until that point? A lot of these guys have character flaws, in my opinion.
The girl he's debating brings up how he's getting
Major
really worked up about it. And
flaws.
She's like, man, you're really red in the face. And he's like, well, it's because I was touching my face. You know, I was being performative about it. And you seem pretty pissed too. You know, he's such a man-child and he's just coping like crazy. It's unbelievable.
But the reason is not because I'm not a great orator or I don't make good points or I haven't said things which should be compelling to a person. But Charlie, I just think honestly you're too fucking stupid to understand them.
So Andrew, can I sell you on my worldview?
Yes.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
And you
you
lick.
See, look, she didn't even insult him for it. She's just trying to point out the hypocrisy. He immediately goes, "Well, you're a beep. You're a demonetized."
Under your
I can't even be monetized on this channel, but whatever.
religion.
You lick sniz.
See, like,
you're a fucking dyke.
See,
Don't
look
talk
at
shit
this.
about my wife, you stupid bitch. Shut your fucking
Look at him.
mouth. Shut your stupid bitch mouth.
Your wife with the 3 baby
What did I
daddies?
just say?
Wife with the 3
Sorry,
baby
doll. I'm sorry.
daddies?
Dick. Is she morally inconsequential in comparison to your ditch licking?
Do the men that you try to
Do the women that you try
show
to?
your hatred against?
Do you the women
they,
that
like,
you try
convince them
to?
that they shouldn't?
You know,
like,
Charlie, did I
pursue
bring
women? Do they know
Charlie?
that
Did
your
I bring
wife
your
is 5
family?
years older?
Did I bring any of your
You
family
called me
into
fucking
anything?
Stupid.
See, a sign of a low IQ person or just a low intelligence person, and I'm not claiming to be like the smartest guy ever, okay? Especially on the spot. It's hard for me to articulate my thoughts sometimes with ADHD and stuff, but the one of the biggest signs is when you're talking to someone and like debating with somebody and they can't understand the idea that you can bring up non-related situations that are similar in nature to argue a point. So when she's trying to argue that he's a hypocrite, she can bring up his wife because he's preaching, these guys in general are preaching this idea that you need to like get a virgin and you need a high value woman, and all these women are sluts going out with all these men and having all these baby daddies, right? But then he's with someone who's like that. So when he says, oh, what does my wife have to do with anything? Why are you bringing her up? And he doesn't understand the hypocrisy there. That shows me that he's stupid, right? Like you can bring up situations that are analogous to other situations. Like, it's basic logic. Like, how do you not see the comparison? But then they're just like, no, that has nothing to do with this. And it's like, you're stupid.
Did I say anything about your family being stupid, Charlie?
See, like what does her family being stupid have to do with anything? They're talking about his values.
It's because
That's a comparison that doesn't make sense, right? Like,
I'm better than you, Charlie.
I'm better than you. Oh, I'm such an alpha male. Look at me.
Because you're embarrassed, and you know that the traditional values that you try to sell people on are bullshit because
Let's
you
go
are not
through
a
it.
traditional man.
Chuck, what am I doing? Being married to my wife?
It's immoral.
Then why? So then.
Yeah, there's no immoral aspect to it. It's just she's just pointing out his hypocrisy, and he can't see that.
My
So all
worldview,
you did.
that's perfectly
So wait,
acceptable.
Chuck. All you're doing is saying So, Chuck, shouldn't you actually be saying that, Andrew, you're doing a good thing?
Yes, you're doing a good thing. Now stop telling other people to not do good things because you're trying to sell this manosphere cringe brand.
Do you think your wife is a charity case?
It just kills me that the main manosphere guy ended up getting charged with sex trafficking.
By taking care of children who weren't mine? Was I doing a good thing? Whose fathers abandoned them?
I think I was a little bit too old when all this manosphere stuff started coming out, because like I remember my brother telling me about like Andrew Tate and all those guys, and he showed me clips and I was like, this is the cringiest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, these guys are just selling you these guys are just selling you like this contrarian message, right? Because like, you know, modern day things are a lot different, and I'm not saying like I don't want you guys thinking that like I'm one of those people that are like, oh, men have no issues, right? Like, no, both genders have different issues that they have to deal with, right? But like, I'm so tired of this black and white thinking in our society where it's like people are either like ultra manosphere, yeah, like women need to be in the kitchen, right? Or they're just like ultra like feminist where it's like all sex with men is assault, right? Like, why can't we have nuanced conversations about like men have to deal with this, women have to deal with this, you know, these are issues in society, you know, instead of like this like pendulum of like, you know, hyper conservative, hyper liberal. There's never any sort of like, and I'm not saying like the middle of all issues is right? But like, why can't there be nuanced conversations about how different people experience different problems in society?
Was I doing a good thing?
Yeah, you're doing a good thing.
Oh, okay. Well then, Chuck, why did you use that as a form of personal attack on me?
It wasn't. She was trying to talk about how hypocritical you are.
Got you real red in the face.
My hands were on my face just now, Chuck.
And before.
Because my hands were on my face, Chuck.
Oh,
It was
you're mad.
It's performative, Chuck. I don't know. You looked pretty angry just a second ago, Chuck.
Her just being like, you're mad isn't a good argument either.
You were
This
pretty
is what my
upset.
face looks like.
Yeah, so he was going through it because he knows people can see the irony here of him making a whole career out of promoting traditional values and lecturing women for being promiscuous. And
That's what I mean. Like, you're lecturing women for being promiscuous, but then you're with a woman that you would consider promiscuous. It's stupid.
making bad life decisions, while at the same time being married to someone who has kids with 3 different guys. Like, in the red pill space, a single mom is a huge red
Honestly, like, red pill has just become cringe.
flag, and they always tell guys to avoid them. I mean, imagine if somebody with this...
And I understand, like, look, there are situations where a woman will get with a man for her money, or for his money. But there's also situations where men will get with women just for their looks. Why is one less pure than the other? Like, maybe don't marry people that you don't know that well. Like, you know how many people get married after like 6 months of dating? Like, it's insane. Like maybe get to know people and don't have like unrealistic expectations of each other, and actually go for people that you're attracted to both physically and emotionally rather than one or the other. Or, you know, a woman that goes with a guy that she's not attracted to for his money, or a guy that goes with a woman that he's not attracted to for her looks. Like, actually like the people you go out with? Like, is that crazy?
Same history as Andrew's wife was on this podcast, or Fresh and Fit. She'd obviously get cooked by them, and nobody would believe
Oh God, this guy, that Myron guy, I'm convinced it's all rage bait. This guy said that we should put fat people in a concentration camp so they can concentrate on losing weight. Like, there's no way. There's no way that guy, there's no way, bro.
She's only been with 3 guys. That's what Andrew's wife claims. She's only been with the guys that she has kids with.
I'm gonna make videos about like the fitness industry too. In general, all these guys like talk about like, oh, all these fat people are unfit, which, look, I lost weight because I was fat and I was unfit, right? Which is fine. But like, they're like, yeah, you got to be more like me, and then they're all juicing. They're all as unhealthy as if you're just being fat and eating Cheetos. Granted, it takes more work to gain muscle, like even if you're on steroids, than it does to just like eat. But at the same time, it's like you're trying to promote health and you're unhealthy. Like the main science-based fitness guy, Mike Israetel, is super unhealthy and blasting copious amounts of drugs.
Which, again, if this was a random woman on a Red Pill podcast trying to say this, they'd all just laugh in her face. No way they'd believe her, and they'd think her husband is a idiot simp for believing her. But Andrew thinks his wife is different. You know, he believes her, I think. I mean, also he said when they had a kid together, he told her that they have to do a paternity test or he's leaving them.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If you can't trust your wife enough to not need a paternity test, that's crazy.
It was a fact, and
I'm not even against the idea of just because the U.S. is different from Canada. In the U.S., they put all the babies in a room together, and there's like baby swapping and stuff that happens a lot. Sorry, did I say in the U.S.? Yeah, in the U.S. In Canada, when you have a kid, like your kid never leaves you. So I do understand the idea of having a paternity test on literally everyone. Because like blanketedly, not because you don't trust the women, but just because in general, like things can happen. And then yeah, there are a decent amount of cases of like women pretending that one man is the father when she's not sure or when she knows it's someone else, and that's fucked up, and that should be illegal. But yeah, so I'm not against the idea of like just blanket paternity tests for everyone. Like there's like just as a measure to make sure like you know who the father is for like child support and stuff like that, but and for the kid deserves to know, right? But in terms of like you need a paternity test or I'm gonna divorce you, it's like so you don't trust the person you're having kids with.
Brought it up because you wanted to use it as something disparaging, but you can't figure out how it's disparaging.
It's disparaging because it goes against the worldview that you espouse.
What part of me marrying a woman who was divorced goes against my worldview?
You say gnarly things about
See, he says who was divorced. He doesn't talk about the fact that she has previous sexual partners, which these guys always promote not going for women like that.
Promiscuous women and that they're disgusting.
That's not promiscuity.
Oh, it's not promiscuity to have kids with 3 different baby daddies because it's my wife, right?
3 baby daddies? Yes, that's promiscuous.
Wait a second. Help me out here. How many times have you had sex?
Certainly under 10.
Yeah, and she has 3.
You think she's only ever had sex with 3 guys?
3 long-term relationships, and I'm one of them.
But it doesn't matter. Like the number of people. This is a thing I never understood. Okay, so they'll call someone like loose or whatever if they've had a lot of sexual partners. If you've had one sexual partner for a long time, you're probably having more sex. So wouldn't you be looser in that case? But regardless, he says it's 3 long-term partners. It's like if any other woman said she had 3 baby daddies, he would be like, oh, is that all the women you've had sex with? Oh, or is that all the men you had sex with? Oh, how do we know it wasn't more? Oh, and then he even did it to his own wife. Oh, I need proof. Like, clearly by your worldview, your woman is promiscuous because you think anyone who's had sex before you is promiscuity unless it's your wife.
Okay, Chuck. Can you tell me which one of you are promiscuous?
Through having had children with them, forever tied to her. That's a much stronger bond than a hookup.
Okay, but
that's
help
true.
Me out. You fuck way more women than my wife, and she's the promiscuous one?
I have what I would consider 100% faith and trust in my wife. Mm-hmm. But I told her, I told her these words exactly. You're going to get the fucking test, and if not, I'm out the door.
Oh, I'm such a big man. You get the test. You get the test, woman. My woman. Get the test. Look at me. I'm an alpha.
Period.
Well,
I don't know why these women come on this podcast.
Also,
and the way Andrew talks about his wife, you'd think she's some quiet lady who stays off social media. And
it's kind of disgusting for someone to come on and talk about their wife like that. Like, roles reverse, same thing. Like, there's a lot of videos of, like, that Akash guy where his wife's just, like, talking bare shit about him. I think that's the guy's name. And, like, same thing. It's so cringy. Like, why are you talking about your partner like that, man?
she does all...
Okay, so... I'm gonna end it here. Basically, his wife does everything for him like a mom. I'm convinced a lot of these Manosphere guys just have mommy issues, and they're just looking for a mommy. Like, they want someone to cook for them, clean for them, organize their stuff, do all the chores for them, take care of them. And, like, it's not unreasonable to have those expectations if, like, for example, my wife doesn't work, and I technically have 2 jobs, right? Like, I work full-time at my regular job, and I also work on YouTube. So it makes sense that a lot of the house chores and stuff fall on her. At the same time, I don't come home and not be a father to my children, right? I still take care of my kids. I still do parenting stuff on my days off. Like, working full time doesn't absolve you from having a relationship with your kids. And yeah, if there's a mess that my wife couldn't get to, right? Because, you know, things are busy. The kids are young. They definitely both have ADHD like me, and things get messy and stuff like that, right? I will go out of my way to be like, oh, okay, let me just put a load of dishes in the dishwasher. Oh, the downstairs is a bit messy. Let me, let me clean up the house a little bit. Or like if my wife's like my wife has issues sleeping sometimes, so sometimes I'll let her sleep in on the weekends, right? And I'll take care of the kids in the morning. So crazy, right? But these guys are like, no, woman kitchen, woman children, me work. But woman also work because economy bad. Like, I don't know, it's cringe. What do you guys think about this? I think this stuff is cringe. I don't really have much else to say about it. It's just super like when I hear people talking like this, I'm just like, bro, like, calm down. People need to be more reasonable, more nuanced, and yeah, I don't know. Like I said before, I'm not like someone who doesn't care about men's issues as well. Like, I don't want you guys coming out of this thinking that I'm like, oh, men are talking about men stuff, that's bad. But these like alpha bros are just the cringiest people in the world. Like, chill the fuck out. It's fine if you have stepkids. Just like, don't tell everyone else that their women are posed because they've had partners before you when your wife has 3 kids from 3 different baby daddies, because most people would say that's a lot more irresponsible. Let me know what you guys think down below, and yeah, bye.